What's going on, guys? Back for another quick YouTube video. Today was a much better day than our last video. So we're still only on evals because of the incident last time. So today we made about $12,000 across 8 evals. We have 3 top step combines because I had free resets, like the token resets or whatever those things are, the credits. And then I have 5 500 futures. So 1500 across all 5, 1500 across all 5. So this was the trade that I hit. There is a live screen recording of my position on TikTok if you want to go check that out. As proof, that was on TradingView. So this is the execution on Top Step, and then on trading on TikTok, it's my funded futures accounts. Just like the way screen recording is on TradingView rather than on Top Step X. So yeah, let's get into it. So it was pre-market, right? My draw on liquidity pre-market is this right here, this 4-hour low inside this 4-hour fair value gap. Obviously we dumped much farther, but this is what I wanted, and you can see when we swept that we had a very bullish reaction. Dumping afterwards anyway didn't really matter. So then what was I looking for? You can see on the 5-minute we are trending downwards, but this right here is a very clear sign that we want to continue lower. So we have a 5-minute gap. I'm tripping. Oh, I'm tripping. Yeah, I didn't mean to put that there. 5-minute gap right here, which we respected. Right, so then dropping to the 1 minute, and I didn't even need to target my draw on liquidity. It got hit anyway, and we ended up bouncing after it, but I didn't need to hit that because I was hitting the max day anyway. So then we dropped down a lower time frame. You can see we get this large displacement candle. So we're delivering from my 5-minute. We have 1-minute SMT up here. And you could have entered on this, but I waited for a pullback because I saw that we were going to obviously create some type of 1-minute gap. We create that 1-minute gap, get a retrace into it, and that's where I enter. So delivery from 5-minute with SMT, huge displacement candle, I'll pull back. So now we have stacked lows, pull back to that fair value gap, enter, targeting 1500 or targeting this draw on liquidity, which is the 4-hour low inside a 4-hour PD array. So that hit. And then this all happened before pre-market, right? So at this point, I had 7 accounts. I had 2 Top Step and my 5 my funded futures, but I wanted to trade during session anyway. So I bought another Top Step account, and I ended up I low-key want that for later for another TikTok. So then I ended up taking a new position. Obviously I didn't need that much. 300 for a $1,500 day, something like this. This was on one eval, one Top Step eval. That's why this one is a different P&L, is because I took a different trade because I bought a new account so that I could continue trading this session. Because I figured I might as well. I mean, if I'm gonna stay pretty locked in. I think my problem last time was I had 2 accounts, right? So 2 accounts, yes, I still could have got a beautiful payout. It would have been like a 5K payout or 4K or something, which would have been beautiful. And it's more than enough money than what I need right now, right? But thinking about it now, I have 5 my funded futures, 3 Top Step accounts. That is 8 accounts. That's insane. If I have 8 accounts and I build a 2K buffer, which is usually the bare minimum that I do, that is an $8,000 payout. That's almost a 5-figure month off of a very, very small buffer. Like those my funded future accounts that I had before were at 3,600. So that is 3,600 divided by 2 is 18, right? 1,800 times 8. That's a $15,000 payout if I had that buffer on these 8 accounts, because I'm just going to copy trade them all. So my plan is, because obviously I'm using my Top Step copy trader, as you can see, and then I'm going to use Trade Syncer for my funded futures. So my plan is to have then pulled up one on my monitor, one on my laptop, and I can have like NQ pulled up on one and ES on the other. Um, and so I can just enter at the same time, right? So boom, enter on my funded futures, and then while I'm on Top Step, right, we'll go like this. See how when I switch to ES, my contract orders don't switch, so I'm still NQ, so I can still just click buy one contract, right? So I can have this pulled up to check for SMT, check for draw and liquidities, things like that. Check how we're the structure is being built, and then I can have my trading view pulled up, and I can enter on that, and all I have to do is drag my mouse across to my laptop and just click buy. And based on whatever I'm seeing on TradingView, I can close my position, I can do all that, I can go break even, everything like that. So should be pretty nice, and it will help with being able to see SMT and whatnot live time. I won't have to switch like this and whatnot because I'll have both up, and it'll still be easy. I just love Top Step's copy trader. I know that I think I could add my Top Step accounts to my trade syncer, but last time I did that it was a little glitchy, so I don't even know if I want to do that. I want to see how this works out first, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, that being said, goal is to really take it slow. I mean, the first day that I'm on sim funded, I will probably trade one mini, right? I'll trade one mini, and if I have a good day, I'll probably drop to micros after that. Because if I can hit an $1,000 day, and I'm not aiming for anything in particular, but say I hit an $1,000 day on all accounts, right? Because I'm copy trading, boom, $1,000. I need 4 more days of 150 on Top Step. So we could target 150, right? So 4 more days of 150 is 600 plus the 1,000 that I made the first day. Let's say that's what it was. That's $1,600, and that's if I hit the bare minimum every single day. I could hit more, but what I could do is I could trade with less, so I could do 5 micros or 3 micros or something. I can have a true draw on liquidity, right? So if I enter somewhere down here and I want to target like up here, that's fine. As soon as we push above 150, I could just trail my stop to 150. If it tags us out, it's whatever. And if it doesn't and we hit full TP, beautiful, even better. But let's say that we get hit at 150 every single day. That leaves us at $1,600. Now we can take out 50% of that. All right, so 50% of that is obviously 800. And then if you take the 800 and multiply that by 8 accounts for what I have, that is a $6,400 payout. And that's for hitting just a $1,600 buffer, which, like I said before, I was on a hot streak last week with my MyFunded Futures, and I built a $3,600 buffer. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to do that. In fact, I don't even plan on getting anywhere close to that. I plan on my first trade being decently sized, and if I can hit a good trade on there, a good trade could be anything. It could be 500, it could be 700, it could be 1,000, it could be 1,500, anything. It's going to be a legit trade, though, with a legit draw on liquidity. I'm not just going to have my TP in space and just let it run as far as I can. I'm going to have a real draw on liquidity, and if that happens to be $800, so be it. Because, like I said, a small payout on these accounts is still massive in the scheme of things because there is 8 accounts. Even if it's a $500 payout. So if I build the buffer to 1,000 and take a $500 payout, that is $4,000, which, yes, I mean, it's not 5 figures, but I mean, an $1,000 buffer, like, that's pretty simple. That's like one trade, and I need to trade for 5 days. So we'll see. I think the whole idea of me having more accounts will help me mentally because I won't feel the need to force huge plays to get a bigger payout, right? I think that was one of my downfalls with my other accounts was I only had 2. So it didn't feel like enough to me, and that was greed and super stupid of me because, like I said, that $4,000 payout or whatever would have been beautiful. We didn't get that, but you know, you live and you learn, I guess. I'm not gonna make that mistake again. I think I'm setting myself up greatly because I have 8 accounts. Now I still have to pass these. I just need one more trade on all of them. But we'll see if price action continues the way it's been. I'm pretty confident, and then yeah, we'll see from there. Like I said, first day slightly heavier than the rest, and we'll see. We just gotta start off with a banger. If we start off with the loss, okay, we're just gonna continue using the same risk. So if we take a loss, we're gonna turn off the charts. We're gonna get back on the next day and use a mini. if we take a win, beautiful, we can drop to micros, things like that. So we're going to mitigate risk and we're just going to secure a payout. I don't care the size, because even we have 8 accounts, a $200 payout is still $1,600. Now, I'm not looking to only build this account to $400. That wouldn't even be possible, right? So, and that just shows you, like, upping your capital instead of upping your risk is huge, dude. Because, like, what? I don't even need $600 to get a $2,000 payout. That's insane to me, because I'm forced to make over $600 to even qualify for a payout on both firms, right? I need $150 days on Top Step and 100 on My Funded Futures, but I'm copy trading, so it's going to be, I'll just do 150, right? 150 to $200 a day. Bare minimum, that's almost $1,000, which means it's almost a $500 payout, which means that is a $4,000 payout overall across 8 accounts, which is huge. I would love to have that. We're not going to rush anything. I am a full-time college student, so it's almost Thanksgiving break, and then after that, I have like 1 or 2 weeks, and then I am done. I'm on winter break. I can go home, bring my setup, and just absolutely grind. I won't be doing much over winter break except trading and the gym. So we'll see. That should be fun. That's a huge time for me to run up my bag. So I really have to lock in, but I'm hyped. I love the idea of having 8 accounts. I don't know if I've ever had 8 accounts before, and when I say have 8 accounts, yes, they're not funded, but I'm very confident in my ability to pass them. And with that being said, then I will have 8 accounts. And yeah, so we'll go from there. No more yapping. We already got over the trades and everything. So yeah, I will catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.